I still want Pyrrha back. Episode 9 to me felt like somebody walking up and twisting a knife in my back that I forgot was there. It hurt not only because it reminded me that she was gone, but teased me with the ghost of a character that I miss, and the emotional baggage that comes with it. I can understand what they were trying to do here. They were trying to give Jean closure, to get him and the fans to move on, but drudging all those emotions back up didn't help at all. The writing is clear. The CRWBY want us to give up on ever having her come back. Ozpin's past shows us that the whole main plot of the show was all started because Salem wanted to bring her Oz back to life, and to have that quest be what caused all the problems that we see now. It also showed us that there is an afterlife and resurrection is possible, but they won't use it. They can't. They refuse to. Despite the fans desperately wanting her back, the CRWBY refused to do it because it would ruin the impact of her death. A death, I remind you, that only served to push a certain silver-eyed character's plot development forward. After Volume 3 ended, I made a video talking about why I thought Pyrrha's death was bad writing. You can tell by my voice I was very emotional, and a lot of that emotion has started crawling its way back after today. There's a quote by J.R.R. Tolkien that comes to mind whenever I think of Pyrrha in Volume 3. The world is indeed full of peril, and in it there are many dark places. But still, there's much that is fair, and though in all lands love is now mingled with grief, it grows perhaps the greater. Now, a lot of people have compared Tolkien to J.R.R. Martin, and how Martin loves to treat characters like bullets in a gun to be expended whenever he sees a plot point in his sights. Tolkien, however, had a very different approach to it. Each valiant character we see killed in Tolkien's books were those whose callousness was something they needed to overcome. No pure of heart character was left dead without having made up for a previous wrong. Boromir, the cocky heir to the stewardship, died redeeming himself for his past mistakes and saving the lives of two defenseless hobbits. The rest of the Fellowship, despite facing adversity, survived to tell their tales. Tolkien embraced the idea that although fiction can be sad, it should never be unhappy. Pyrrha's death is an unhappy one. It is one that says that despite doing everything right and having someone else to care for, she must throw away her life and have it be forever taken from her simply for plot's sake. It makes me wonder, is the misery that I feel now worth it to the writers who insist on having this be the way the story goes? I don't want closure. I don't want everyone to agree with me. I simply want the character that we deserve to be given back to us. You could kill off any of the characters in the show at this point in exchange for Pyrrha coming back and given the crescendo she properly deserved, and I wouldn't mind it at all. Even my personal favorites, Yang and Crow, could be sacrificed, and I would still consider it a worthwhile trade. I apologize for not making a more well thought out letter, spending an hour talking about plot points and writing techniques and how it would be the best to bring her back, because honestly, none of that matters to me now. The show has been so turbulent on me and my emotions that I can't care about any of that now. I greatly admired Monty. I thought that an American-made anime could never be successful, that the world would reject it. But the fandom and his resilience proved that it could be done. He showed me that the dream I'd given up on could be achieved. He brought back the purpose I had lost in my life. But with the current state of things, and the teasing of Pyrrha by the CRWBY, I find myself losing hope. She represented the resilience I saw in Monty. To me, she was an example of him. It was hard enough to find out that we had lost him, but for the crew to make us lose her as well, compounded the grief. Now, I'm left with a question. What's the point? I'm not watching this show to see what happens to Ruby Rose anymore, or to Yang, or to Blake, or to Weiss, or Ozpin, or Salem. The only reason I spend my money on the first membership, that I spend my time watching each episode, is the hope that the character I admired most would be returned to me. So forget all the plot complaints, all the accusations of bad writing, or the allegory you wanted to make. It's your show, your pen, your paper, and my emotions that you have control over. So, Miles, Carrie, I leave you two with one simple request. I will support your show, and I will support your decisions moving forward. Just do me and the other fans a favor, and in the end, give us back our Pyrrha. Let the two characters who, unlike anything else in this show, represented the most natural and innocent kind of love that we've got. Let them be given the ending that they deserve, that we deserve. Sincerely, a very emotional RWBY fan.